entry of any and all
Looking ahead.
livestock before entering Baldur's Gate proper. Smuggling or any other form of deceit will
Something's
not
on
be
my mind.
tolerated.
Are they gonna pay us for the animals they take? Like elves they are!
My husband's still in the outer city with the few cows we have left. How am I going to tell him we have to give them up?
You must agree, this is ludicrous. How are we meant to survive without our livelihoods?
Best be on my way.
Any complaint?
Hello? Does anyone want to buy a gazette? Thank you.
Oh, you? I know you. How delightful to meet in person. Though, you're shorter than I expected. My name's Estra Stir, journalist. I speak to the people of Baldur's Gate so our readers don't have to. I work for the greatest broadsheet in this storied city. It's my job to know who is who. I imagine you'll be becoming quite familiar with it soon. You are, after all, the star of the next Baldur's Mouth Gazette. Oh, it's not out yet. But any of the gazetteers can sell you a copy when it's printed. It's our juiciest edition in an age bound to get everyone talking about you. I bet you do. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've really said rather too much and written rather too little. Good day.
Take it one day at a time, eh? Thank Helm we made such good time. The army of the Absolute are back. Certainly encourages a brisk pace.
Sorry about the pong. We've been on the road for more than a 10-day.
Don't get too comfortable. It's only a matter of time before the army of the Absolute gets here.
We're finally here. We're safe.
I don't like this. I don't like the look in some of their eyes.
The citizen is unconscious and won't be waking up anytime soon.
Unless Lord Gortons tells us otherwise.
You really won't feel it. What? It's not good to bottle things up.
The Elfstone Tavern. I wonder if my old things are still there. They could be of use to
Talona.
Seems simple enough.
You want to let Talona live?
Another? Should I have another? Oh, I'll need to preserve me. I need the courage. No, sir. We abandoned our farm when the Absolute Army marched in. We used to sell our barley to the brewer who makes this very beer. That's all over now. Why? Any more point to that than getting mad at a plague of locusts or the weather? Ah, we're farmers, not fighters. That's not the answer for us. Oldest boy, Corson. He means well, but he eats as much as the rest of us put together. I have to find him a place here. A fancy feller called Three-Piece wants to place him as a cleaner in the counting house. But I don't trust him. Maybe I should just join the Flaming Fist and take the signing bonus. What else can I do? Ah, that's a solid tip. Could work out for a gentle kid like Corson. Thanks, stranger. You helped settle my mind. Thanks are all I have to offer, though. Mail meter bleed for you.
What's your gripe with Saluna anyway, Shadow?
Halt, Civvy. Turn back. This is an active crime scene.
Hold on, Thornhill. I'm tired of standing here. Devella's been up there for ages. Some diversion would be welcome.
Constable Devella said she wasn't to be...
Investigator Valeria outranks her. As you were, Civvy. Fair warning, though. She's in a foul mood.
Pardon me, sir. You look prosperous. I'll bet you have someone who'd like a nice piece of jewellery at discount price for a good cause. A beautiful necklace. It belonged to my grandmother. I'll give it you for a bit of coin. I hate to say it, but I'm desperate. The jeweller only offered me a pittance. It seems the market is flooded with loot brought in by adventurers. Thank you, sir. You've done me a kindness.
So, a vampire spawn animal.
A new Archduke? Fancy. Never had one of them before.
Gortash, Archduke of Baldur's Gate. I hear he's moved into the penthouse at Worm's Rock. That place must cost a fortune. Per diem.
Drink up, Blas. We're celebrating. If you won't drink with me, I bet this stranger will. Right, stranger? I'm Clovia Throkes. Pleased to meet you. Our son Gaspar has finally found himself a proper job.
Aye, security at the Steel Watch Foundry. But I still wish he'd taken up the family business.
Now, Lars, you know Gaspar never had the patience for all the stitching a tailor has to do. Sewing rabbit skin cloaks? Well, that's all right for some, I guess, but not for our Gaspar.
No, our Gaspar preferred hanging around the guild hall. I was afraid he was going to end up as a guild bone breaker.
Good thing I introduced him to darling Tamia Holst. She straightened Gaspar out. Found him a place in the foundry. Perceptive one, aren't you? Blas, plum bubbles may have gone to my head, but I guess it's time to tell you. I'm leaving you. I'm starting a new life with Tamia. I'm going to sell the business. And the money we used to start it was mine in the first place. I'm afraid that's it for Throkes for Cloaks. Oh, dear. The bottle's empty. Let's have another and talk about it.
I I think I need to take a walk. In a minute.
I sure wouldn't want to be one of the Flaming Fists. They got the shittiest job in town. Believe me, I know something about knocking heads together.
Hello, old friend. Oh, so I assume I used to know everybody around town. But now I'm a new man. A worried man, a playwright who lost the will to write. Now I worry no more. Can't write a word? What does it matter?
That's just Steel watch,
Archduke? Lord Gortash is a trifle young for that, don't you think? Not that anyone cares what you think, or me, for that matter.
That puffed-up parvenu, Gortash, an archduke. However did they find a crown big enough for his head?
How do you address an archduke? Your Excellence? Your Eminence?
Broadsheet's rather dull today. Don't suppose you've learned anything.
Speaks well, that.
Welcome to the Elf Song Traveller Tavern. No, wait. That's backwards. Anyway, my dad tells the jokes here. Sometimes they're funny.
Hey, smart stuff. I'm Willoughby, a comedian. And we got a little contest here called the Laugh Riot. You want to play along? It's all about the Boffo-Yocks. We see who can tell the funniest stories, and the winner gets the prize. Great! I'll go first to show you how it's done, and then you can see if you can top me. Hello, Baldurians! You know, I wouldn't be here tonight, except my wife ran off with a cambium. That's right, I got fiend zoned. We used to have a drow comedian. I had to ask her to stop casting Tasha's hideous laughter on the audience. Then I asked her how many drow it takes to light a torch, and she said, none. We have dark vision. So I killed her.
The Elf Song patrons think that one's funny. There may be hope for you yet.
Your turn, smart stuff. Knock 'em dead, but not literally. Got me? Adequate, but no better. Didn't I tell this joke already? Don't joke about religion, smart stuff.
A single person applauds from the back of the room, probably out of pity.
Sorry, smart stuff. No joy for you, I'm afraid. But that sounds like job security for me. Why she was fooling around with a wizard?
Yes, very amusing. Very amusing indeed.
That's what she said.
Dice of Timora. What an embarrassment. The old elf song isn't what it used to be, eh?
You're a big disappointment. You know that.
This guy is funnier than a gnome on a windmill.
Another triumph. Yes, indeedy. I'm still the comedy king. You know why they're called steel watchers, right? They're watching to see if you're stealing.
Stellmane's parlor. A place to receive clients and informants. I wonder if it's as I remember it.
I wonder if any of these rooms are available to rent. I wonder if any of these rooms are available to rent. I wonder if any of these rooms are available to rent.
Bollocks! I told those idiots not to let anyone through. You. Name, rank, and reason for interrupting an active crime scene. For your sake, the last one better be bloody good. To fetch her another bottle of mead, no doubt. Yes, I'm Devella, the unfortunate colleague. Unless you've got useful information, leave me to my work. Duke Stellmane's dead, and I've got to find who killed her. Gods. That's it. Proof that I was right. I've been working on an assignment, see? A research project of sorts. I knew my conclusions were sound. But this... I never expected this. I'll tell you what I know. A century ago, there was a man. Saravok Anchev. He was a child of the god of murder, Baal. He ruled the Iron Throne. A dark tower hiding a darker secret. It was the front for a deadly arms-dealing network. There, Saravok amassed an army and sought to become a god. Under his stewardship, the Baal temple was revived. And with it, the Baal cult itself. Fortunately, the temple was destroyed. And to cleanse the city of Saravok's memory, the Iron Throne was torn from its foundations and cast into the Chionthar. For most, that was the end of it. But cults like that don't disappear overnight. That list you spoke of confirms I'm right. The Baal cult is back. And someone is out there, continuing Saravok's work. I've not ruled out the possibility that it is Saravok himself. The brutality of the killings is certainly reminiscent of his work. But there's something more here. Something new. There's a reference to these murders. A certain flair. It's as if they were done in worship. The precision of the cuts. The depth, the execution. The best butchers in Faerun couldn't make a cut like that. Trust me, I've asked them. I tried to explain all this to my superiors, but they wouldn't have any of it. They told me to drop it. Told me the city doesn't need another conspiracy theorist and to get back to doing my job before they find someone else to do it for me. But you're not bound by such constraints. Oh, help me out here. Help the city out. I bet if you follow the trail of these murders, you'll be able to unearth the truth of this resurgence. There are patriarchs on the murder target list. I'm oath-bound to secure them first, so I'll be heading to the upper city next.
While I'm there, the other potential victims will be at risk. Could you warn them? Not from round here, are you? We're in Baldur's Gate. This is just how things work. Thank you. That's all I can ask, and more than I hoped. Once I'm done with the Patriarchs, I'll head to Basilisk Gate to have another go at convincing my superiors to put some resources into this matter. Meet me there if you've anything more to report. And good luck.
Bloodied ring. Guess the killer didn't want jewelry.
Have you any idea how to make an automaton have manners?
The blade throne is not already here, striding among us. Her power waxes. Soon, the cycle will reach its zenith. Should you want it to, watch it otherwise. If you cross an owl bed with a bugbear, and then all will perish.
To start the scourge fixie, I guess. Damn rats. Oi, you! I thought I asked you to clean the rats out of this cellar yesterday already. Hop to it. Get in there. No, I need them rats taken care of. Here's the deal. I'll keep a lookout for murderers. You murder the rats. What's this today? Don't customers know there's a war on?
Rovia burned the bouillabaisse again, and now I have to scrub the pot. Some chef he is.
The cellars are just down the stairs. There you'll find my old lodgings.
This is my time.
Got to focus. Moving.
turn someone inside out.
No holding back. I found my mark.
My faith will protect me.
Let's have some carnage.
No holding back.
Getting close. The wine cellar. There's a hidden door that leads further in. The mechanism to open it is somewhere among the wine racks.
With haste.
On the other side, you'll find a passageway, known only to those invited to do business.
Let's see what this does. That might be worth a look. Psionic detector's been activated. There must be Gith hostiles nearby.
Get Yankee. Blackett has found us. Get rid of them, quickly!
We will be ready. In the meantime, tear every brick out if you have to. If it doesn't come, we must find evidence of its whereabouts.
Never wanted the easy path.
What a pleasant surprise. Here you are, as brazen as described. The gloomed soul who thieved from our queen. Of course you had help, didn't you? From the illithid you carry inside the astral prism. How quaint that we should meet here, in the very place that it once called home. We know all about the Emperor and its dealings with you. Though I must confess, its peculiar relationship with you threw us off course for a while. Most illithids prefer to dominate their thralls through transformation. Yet here you stand, only partially transformed. Tell me, what did it offer you in exchange for your servitude? Mind flayers are our quarry. We have filled libraries with our knowledge of how to hunt them down. We tracked it from the moment the astral prism fell into its claws. And now that we have found it, we will reclaim the astral prism, purge it of the illithid interloper, and restore it to its rightful owner.
What are you doing?
My dear child, I already know all there is to know. I will liberate you from your puppet master, Shamazala Blackith!
No time for mercy.
Jump, cut, and run.
For the Queen! It's Aladdin.
Might will prevail.
fleet of foot.
I'm ready. Onward.
Non dovere!
That nearly ended me.
No time to waste.
got to press on. Seems simple enough.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Need to act fast. Got to move.
There's blood in the air. With pleasure.
Blackhead is relentless. You handled it well. Let us hope she exhausts her forces soon. Now search the room. There's a statue that conceals the way through. I'll reveal it to you.
Don't mind if I do.
Never a dull moment. Oh, cursed to put my hands on everything. Another step forward. Don't mind if I do. No traps, please. That's curious.
That might be worth a look.
My old home. Thank you for bringing me back. Look around. You'll find some of my things still intact. Perhaps even useful to you. My old sword. My first purchase as an adventurer. No use to me anymore. It's yours, if you want it. A shell. A keepsake from my final voyage. Pinched my old wardrobe. The home of all my disguises. We are what we appear to be. And so appearances matter.
That might be worth a look. That's curious.
There she is, in all her glory. Duke Belin Stelmane, my old partner. My cutlery set, a gift from my mother. The butter knife is missing, but otherwise it looks to be complete. I don't need it anymore, but the memory stirs something in me still.
Something over there.
The chains I used to buy my meals. Villains and lawbreakers. You see, I tried to exercise morality where I could.
That might be worth a look.
An old container for brains. Empty. Shame. It would have been nice to find one to sustain them now.
That's curious.
A recipe for fiddlehead soup. A favorite meal of mine. When I had need of meals like that.
It's really you. Oh, I thought I might never see you again. No. No, you need to leave. You put as much distance as you can between yourself and that monster. Orin happened. She snatched me up from our camp and brought me down here to her temple. Barlist Enclave. How long has it been? A 10-day? Longer? I can't even tell. She did things to me. Such awful things. Even I don't have the words. She took things from me. She let me run. She likes the sport of it. And told me I could earn back what she cut off. My trophy, she said, if I could outpace her. Look, you can't fight her. She's too strong. Turn around. I'm done running. I'll buy you what time I can. A few choice cuts and sweet meats. Nothing fatal. Not with my knife work. But perhaps a tad, diminishing.
Look at it, crawling and sniffing and rooting around in the filth. Is it my netherstone you seek, little piggy? Hush, hush. Orin will take care of you and your little pet. Nothing. No, not a thing. Still gasping and gagging on the foul airs of Baal's temple. I will not slice. His kind die too easily. The Murder Lord demands a better offering. Something new, sticky, sweet, and delicious. He wants you. Kethric's killer turned the corpse lover to carrion when you took his stone. Oh, but he was a dull kill. No blood to spill, no guts to rip. A desiccated husk, all dust and hollow. You must be sharpened before you set your edge against my skin. Against the tyrant's throat, of course.
You've heard Gortash's whispers. I see how your skull swarms with his promises. He whinges and wails over the crown of Karsus, wanting to command it without me. Oh, how I long to slit his poxy smile from ear to ear. But I can't touch him. He bound my blade when we first conspired. Gortash didn't want me at first. Didn't trust me. Got me to wag my tongue, swear an oath never to hang him from the hooks. Drip drain him into father's open jaws. You must kill the tyrant. Take the netherstone from his corpse and bring it to my temple.
There we slice and shred each other. The survivor claims the stones. What's left of the other is Baal's. Agree, and I will bring my assassins to heal. They watch you always, longing to spray the crimson from your veins. Refuse me, and you'll learn what happens to those who defy Baal's doctrine. So will your friend.
Orin demands a fight to the death. The prize for the victor, the Netherstones. and the chance to control the crown alone. Accept, and you must kill Gortash. Refuse, and your companion's life may be forfeit, as might your own. Orin's assassins will hunt you like prey for slaughter.
Allies? No. We had a balance. The chosen three. But it tumbled when you turned the Bone Lord to ash. Now, Gortash tries to gouge me from the city. That festering inadequate thinks me a flesher, butchering and cleaving only to whip the herd towards his tin men's oppression. You must kill him. Gore him like a pig prepped for the spit. Only then will you be sweet and sharp, ready for the Murder Lord's purpose. Need? No. I do not need. You are made of nothing. Meaningless flesh and bone. I do not need. I offer. Baal's age approaches, and you could be there to see it. An idol of flesh, made to welcome his bleeding dawn. There is time for you yet. Time to save. Do not underestimate his steel watch. Seek their cradle in the lower city and skewer their skull meat. Make them rust and blood. Then you can gore the lordling again and again and again. But listen close, Bone Killer. Step in my domain while the tyrant still sucks air, and I will carve your failure into your pretty plaything's skull. Bring me his stone, and I will set the bait free. Only then can you and I make exquisite butchery. The victor will set the world to slaughter. That is Baal's offer. He will not make another.
I have a lot on my mind.
That face thief Orin's made off with Gale. We'll need to rescue him. Unless we actually intend to kill Gortash for her.
Damn it all! We've got to get Gale back. If that means killing Gortash, nothing would give me greater pleasure.
Scratch's tail wags enthusiastically. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
Orin thinks Gale's abduction is an ultimatum to kill Gortash. Foolish woman. As if I needed more reason than I already had.
Keeping very well, I hope?
The great Orin the Red tugs your sleeve, sulking for attention. She might come to regret it yet. Gale has lived under the threat of death for some time. But Orin will make him beg for it, if we give her the time.
That bloody freak won't get away with this. That's my wizard she took, and we're gonna get him back.
So, we kill Gortash, or Gale dies. It is not an easy call. On the one hand, killing Gortash would be fun. On the other, Gale can be very annoying. We probably should save the wizard, though. He does have his moments.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
Feel that one later.
Well, hello. A crooked touch. Step lightly. Enough sitting around. Let's go hurt someone.
Let's get going. One day I'll catch a break. Open up.
heretic in our midst, your death in the Dreadlord's name.
Two steps at a time. I know just what to do.
Let's have some fun. Step quick.
Shouldn't have made me your enemy.
Let's spill some blood.
Got to keep fighting.
Somewhere to camp soon. Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Something good here, I hope. Let's move. Be wary. This place is trapped.
Sorore surge, testis esto pacti me. Come, sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in beator.
Notum sit in beator.
Holy hells.
Fina, Cirrus, arbiters for the hells, exemplars of justice.
Enough, Mizora. Where is my father? How do I save him?
How else? We bargain. Sisters.
Infernos contractos te vocamus. Infernos contractos te vocamus. Infernos contractos te vocamus.
Your contract, Will. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable. No contract is ended without sacrifice. A cost must be paid. Will Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact, and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel. I won't let her take Will.
Silence, Karlak.
Mizora, you arsehole!
Choose. Addendum F. The Absolute must be avenged for the Soulbinder's detention at Moonrise. The Soulbearer retains his gifts until such time as the Absolute is slain.
You damned wretch. Do it then.
Claim my soul for Zariel. Keep my father safe.
Fiat ita.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beator.
Seems you've got a new mission, pup. Go save your father. He's locked in a very nasty place. Gortash's secret command center and prison. Lucky for you, I know the way in. I'll mark your map. After all, a deal's a deal. You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
Always a pleasure.
Will gave up freedom to save his father. I will never understand people like that.
Moving ahead.
I can't believe Will's given up his soul to Zariel. For a father he fell out with ages ago. There's such a thing as being too good. Someone ought to tell Will Ravengard.
That preening vulture seems intent on haunting our camp. I suppose we shall find out if her kind sleep, and how heavily. Will is a good man, and that is exactly what his devil will use to bind him, in as many ways as she knows how. A man might twist himself into something else just to escape that collar, but I have no such fears for the blade. Ask it. You speak of a battle more than a century past. Baal's minions led us through a maze in the Undercity, older than Baldur's Gate itself. We paid little mind to the path ahead, let alone how we might return, or that we would return at all. Still, the Undercity shifts. We might search down there. Or better yet, find a ballast to lead us. More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind. I felt the way they think, saw the world as they do. Foul, unnatural creatures who find the foulness in us and twist it to their will. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I. Then, greetings, Sir Tadpole. I was wondering where all the questions suddenly sprang from.
The devil Mizora has made herself quite at home, hasn't she? Do make her feel as unwelcome as you can.
Why the stunned face? You look like you've seen a devil. The pup dug his own hole, darling. I merely supplied the claws. I've always been the giving type, after all. To wit, go to Gortash's secret prison. and I'll help you spring Will's daddy free. Of course, you could always leave him to rot, but that would make Will's sacrifice worthless, and I know you wouldn't want that. Focus on the elder brain. I'd hate to clog that infected head of yours with needless details. Will's a gifted hunter, and Zariel's made her share of enemies in and out of the Hells. Devils, demons, deserters. They're a great burden on the Lord of the First. Clause G, Section 9. Targets shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless. The clause still holds. As long as Will doesn't tug on my leash, he'll be stalking only the wickedest prey. It's a win-win. You have the best ideas. Oh, you are an inquisitive one. I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found a new use for an old battle axe. The dead three in that bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know. Savor her company. Who's to say when Zariel might change her mind? My mistress can be so capricious. The 9 hells of Beator. Each its own domain, each with its own archdevil to rule it. I call the first hell my home, Avernus. My mistress Zariel's realm, a torrid battleground split by the bloody waters of the Styx. How I adore it, the delicious agony of it all. The other 8, well, they are pleasures unto themselves. Perhaps I'll show you myself, if I deem you worthy. Correct. I didn't. If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel, but those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead, after all. Why? I'm supplying Will with every scrap of his infernal power. I've paid my dues many times over. I tell you what, when the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand. Like I said, I'm the giving type.
Twice Mazoris held my feet to the fire, and twice was I burnt. But my father will live. We will return the Grand Duke to his people. And forever a devil's leash will choke me. That means a lot. But understand, I don't plan to wallow in self-pity. More than anything, I'm elated that there's hope yet for my father. We should hurry to this mystery prison and retrieve my father before Mazora tries pulling more tricks. This prison's in the lower city. Let's move. We will knock him out if we need to, or restrain.
Your skull vibrates in concord with the astral prism.
Bring me to your Duke. I will shield him, as I shield you.
Why would you do that?
Better to bring him into the fold than to leave you distracted by regret.
Well then, I'm not about to say no. What else is on your mind? Yes, and at a great cost, partial ceremorphosis. I won't begrudge you your choice. As for me, though, I'm not ready. I might never be. Thank you.
It can't have been easy for Will to resign himself to the pact. But I'm glad he chose his father.
I'll give it a shot.
They say that home is where a person can be their truest selves, without guile, without pretense. You did well to see off the Githyanki who had invaded mine. And now that you have seen where I come from, you know all there is to know about me. At least, all that matters. The flavors of my favorite fiddlehead soup, should you wish to experience it for yourself. The very first reward I gifted myself on completion of my first adventure. The garments with which I concealed and later constructed my appearance as the Emperor. We spoke of my relationship with Duke Berlin Stilmane, a story I have told no one else. I have no more secrets from you. No need to resort to subterfuge. We are true allies now, working towards a common goal. I have learned to adapt my methods to your needs. The only way we were ever going to get close enough to the brain to destroy it was by working together. But few would trust a mind flayer. So I did what I had to convince you. I studied you, your motivations, your actions, your desires. I deduced the best way to align your goals with my own. Perhaps, at first, I did consider that you were just a problem to be solved. And not an easy one at that. But I persisted. I needed your absolute dedication to the cause. I anticipated the challenge, and I anticipated your resistance. What I didn't anticipate was how reasonable you would be. You don't like to be coddled, cajoled, but you responded well to logic, to rational arguments, to cold, hard facts. You saw straight to the core of what really mattered. I didn't get that impression, and my calculations are never wrong. Sometimes, I felt almost like we were dancing our way towards something deeper. I'm sorry. You're right. Now's not the time. Forget I said anything. Let's move on to more important things. The Elder Brain's hive mind has grown to monstrous proportions. And through the Crown's magic, it has complete control over each and every member. It was intelligent before, but now, with its hive mind established across the city, it is well on its way to becoming indestructible. We must stop it while we still can, before we too become its slaves.